This is the Scholarlynk news for 17th November 2020. In Singapore, the Central Narcotics Bureau seized about 14 kilograms of heroin, together with a large cache of other drugs such as crystalline methamphetamine, cannabis, ecstasy, and Aramin 5. Cash of more than 12,000 Singapore dollars was also confiscated. The total amount of cash and drugs seized is estimated to be worth about 2 million Singapore dollars. Three men and two women were arrested as well. Hideouts at Siglap Road and a housing board flat were raided by police officers where the bulk of the drugs were found. Under the Misuse of Drugs Act, anyone found with more than 15 grams of pure heroin could face the death penalty. Think about it. How do you think the drug situation in Singapore compares to other countries? Which countries are doing better than Singapore, and which ones are doing worse? According to Malaysia's National Health and Morbidity Survey, the Health Director General stated that about 18% of Malaysians aged 18 and above had diabetes, an increase from 13.4% in 2015 and from 11.2% in 2011. The Health Director General urged the public to adopt a healthy lifestyle of a balanced diet, keeping active, and avoiding excessive alcohol consumption, as diabetes is preventable. The Health Ministry has also been working with the community to promote healthy lifestyles. In 2017, it was estimated that the total burden of diabetes on productivity loss was 10 billion ringgit, much more than that of cardiovascular disease or cancer. Think about it. Have you come across any campaigns to prevent diabetes? Do you think the cost of preventing diabetes outweighs the economic loss it causes? Indonesian lawmakers are trying to get the House legislation body to continue stalled deliberations on an alcohol prohibition bill. At the same time, alcoholic beverages companies are preparing for additional regulations while opposing outright prohibition. The view by producers of alcoholic beverages is that if alcohol is fully prohibited, it would lead to illegal alcohol products and possibly lead to the formation of gangs. Total prohibition would also hurt restaurants and other tourism related industries. The chairman of the Indonesian Communion of Churches also felt that prohibition would not solve alcohol abuse. The bill is still in the early stages of discussion and there is no deadline for it to be passed as law. The House will be consulting with alcoholic beverage producers and tourism associations. It also remains to be seen if the bill conflicts with other regulations and if it actually helps the people. Think about it. What do you think is the best way to stop alcohol abuse in a country, given that there will always be people willing to smuggle illegal goods in for profit? Compare to the situation in some countries where marijuana consumption is legal. Over in Thailand, pro-democracy protesters scaled a Bangkok monument to unfurl a giant banner carrying anti-government slogans. The country has experienced massive demonstrations with three demands: resignation of the prime minister who rose to power via a 2014 coup, a new constitution, and changes to how the royal family operates. Several thousand people turned out at Democracy Monument, which is located at a major intersection in Bangkok. Protesters sang a Thai version of Les Miserables, Do You Hear the People Sing, and performed the three finger salute from the Hunger Games movies. The protesters turned their backs and did the same gesture when the royal motorcade drove past. The students are also protesting for a revamp of the school system and are demanding that the education minister resigns. 8,000 police were deployed to patrol the protest and a water cannon was used against protesters. Think about it. With protesters both for and against the monarchy, do you think the situation would improve or worsen over the next few weeks? According to a report published by the Chinese Academy of Sciences Institutes of Science and Development and US-based Clarivate Analytics, China now ranks first in four major areas of scientific research. The report considers factors such as academic activity and influence. China is second only to the United States, which leads in seven areas. The four areas are agricultural, plant and animal sciences, chemistry and material sciences, mathematics and information science. In addition, China ranks second in ecology and environmental sciences, physics, social sciences including economics and psychology. The 2020 list is compiled by analyzing data of often cited papers published in the period 2014 to 2019. Think about it. What do you think has propelled China's recent successes in the area of scientific research? Do you think it will be able to overtake the United States, which has topped the list for the last 4 years? In America, the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency issued a statement that there is no evidence that any voting system deleted or lost votes, changed votes, or was in any way compromised. The statement was the most direct rejection of President Trump's allegations on the integrity of the recently held elections. Trump and his supporters have filed legal challenges, but these have mostly been tossed out by judges, sometimes within hours of filing. Most top Republicans still supported Trump's efforts to overturn the election results, but some felt that the White House should begin briefing Joe Biden on intelligence reports and treat him like the president elect he is. Think about it. In which countries have there been documented cases of election fraud? How was this usually carried out?